We got that mama energy up in here today. The song today is Baby Mine. Rest your head close to my heart, never to part, baby mine. My mom sang it to me, and so I sang it. That was a lullaby for all three of my children. And my guides will play it to remind me that I'm supported, that I'm loved, and also just remind me a little bit about that mama love that I have for my mom in this life. She's wonderful. I'm really grateful for my mom. Something about an inner child healing that's happening behind the scenes for this collective. Okay, and it's softening into the idea that you can be mothered, that you're allowed to mother yourself. You deserve a mother that makes you feel safe. There's maternal energies that are on everyone's spirit team that you can connect with that will give you that if you don't have that in the physical right now. Okay, I feel like that needs to be said. What's the message today? Clarity about family. I told you there's inner child healing. So this inner child healing is going to give you clarity on what to do about a situation that you're going through with your family, okay? This is for a collective. So maybe there's an issue in your immediate family, maybe there's childhood wounds that are being looked at, and maybe you're going to gain a new perspective about your family. I'm thinking about some of the meditations that were life-changing for me in the beginning of my awakening. I would go visit my child self, and when I would go see my child self in meditation, there'd be a different family member there with my child self, and the family member that I would see, let's say it's my mom, I'd get to see my mom when she was my age raising me, and it gave me a whole new perspective and respect for her and a deeper love. My heart's glowing right now thinking about it. Whew, I was getting teared up. I remember visiting her in like my secret meadow garden area that I created to go see my inner child, and she was wearing a hat, a flowered hat that she always wore in like the early 90s. It's a total 90s thing, and just seeing that image of her and feeling her presence and being able to sit with her as I was myself, the age that I was when I was doing the meditation, sit with my child self and sit with my mom, the age that she was when I was a child, and talk to her as an adult and see her as a person outside of what I remember when I was a child. It was just so healing. So maybe that's something that you can do. Maybe this will inspire you to try that meditation practice. It's so beautiful. You can set the intention and just try to go into like a deep trance and pick a spot to meet a family member. It doesn't have to be your mom. It could be a family member. It could be a loved one that's passed, but there's some clarity that's going to come through. Little one, when you play, beauty. Something that's going to reveal to you not only something about your family members, but the beauty of your relationship that you have with whatever person you're thinking of, whatever members in your family that you're thinking of. There's a beauty that you weren't able to see that is going to give you a brand new perspective, bring clarity on also who you are. And I feel like there's a forgiveness, that's a self-forgiveness that's going to come through. It's going to activate something. Maybe it's something that you see this person in a new light and you can forgive them, but deep down it reveals that subconsciously you were having trouble forgiving yourself. There's some huge healing that's happening in the heart space right now, whether you intentionally go into this meditation practice that I told you about. It's going to be happening because it's time. It's time, yeah. This has been something that you've carried in your heart for a very long time, and your spirit is ready to face it and move on and mend this mother wound. It's a mother wound. Yeah. And this is just to give you motivation to kind of look at it. I feel like you already know this is something that's been bothering you, and this is just to give you motivation to maybe look into it a little bit deeper, see what the deeper meaning of the issue is, right? Last card. Yeah, just have patience with yourself. A wound you've carried for a long time. It's probably a wound that this other family member carries as well. It probably stems from their childhood. So that's something to understand. So just be patient. Let's get one closing card from this deck, because this is such a feminine deck, and I do feel like this is a mother wound, a grandmother wound, a sister wound. There's something to do with it's a wound that you're feminine, it's affecting your feminine energy. All have masculine and feminine energy. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? In the end, healing this wound is a form of mothering yourself. So even if this is someone that did something unforgivable, that maybe you can't reconcile in this lifetime, that you can't talk to them because they may not be open to it, you can go in meditation and you can talk to yourself, you can mother yourself and visit yourself as a child and step in. Before I went on my healing journey, I didn't recognize what a beautiful, wonderful mother that I was. And that's one of the first things my guides made me aware of. And then the next thing they had me do was go back to painful times when my mom may have been too busy, right, to do it, or my dad or whatever, and mother myself, okay, parent myself, go back in time essentially and be there as the adult that I am and say, it's gonna be okay. I'm you, we turned out great. We're gonna have these, I always wanted kids. So I always tell my child self, like, you are a good mom, girl, you're a good mom. And like, that's just the ultimate, but it's so healing. Okay, so whatever you do with this is going to be healing for you. Whether you do it in your physical life or you do it in your energetic life, there's something that you can look at and go back in and heal some kind of mother wound by stepping in and being that mother, by stepping in and giving yourself the gentleness that you deserve. And even your mom, maybe if you go there, some of the collective, you're like, my mom was great, I don't know why I'm seeing this message. It's like there's still things that might be buried deep that you can go back and mother yourself a little bit, okay? Because no one's perfect. No one's mother was perfect. I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm doing my best. And that's it. All right, have a good day.